Hello everybody. So I know every single day we all go through a struggle, whether it's school, work, home, relationship, friends, financial. I know we all go through some sort of struggle every single day. And with that being said, we all handle it very differently. Some of us are more calm, some of us are crazy, and some of us are really psycho. And like for example, if I'm driving in the car, if someone cuts me off, I know I have road rage and I'll just completely start cussing out. And on the other side, my brother, like if he's driving and someone cuts him off, he's like, oh, thank God we didn't get in a car accident. And I'm over here yelling at them, the car like, what the heck? So here's a quote that it says, there is no fire without smoke. And today I'm going to be talking about 3 topics that I can relate to that. I'm going to talk about school, work, and family. To start off with school, so the quote is, there is no fire without smoke by John Haywood. In school, like my first bio test, like second week of school, I completely bombed it. At the end of the test, I was like, why did I fail it? Why did I fail it? Obviously because I didn't study that. And we're over here thinking like, we set ourselves up for it. So it's like, it didn't happen just because. And then also with work, we may like skip work, and then we go back to work a few days, call in sick, we end up getting caught or whatever. You show up to work and your boss is, you know, giving you like, oh, can I have your doctor's note, or telling you stuff for it, and you're like, why am I getting in trouble? You set yourself up for it. Like, you didn't do it just because for an emergency. You did it yourself. And also with family, you know, sometimes we put our friends before our family. You know, there's a family party, but you'd rather go with your friends to the movies, go out to a party with your friends, and then you get home and your family's over here like, why didn't you show up? You know, your aunt that you haven't seen in years was there, and you're getting in all this trouble, and you're like, why didn't I go? And you know, you're wondering why your family's giving you crap for it, but you put yourself in that position. And well, in conclusion, relating to the quote, it's, there is no fire without smoke. It's like we set ourselves up for all these like bad conflicts with everybody, and we start blaming others when in reality it's just about us and the position we put ourselves in, the bad choices. So these things don't happen just for your bad luck. You set yourself up for all of them.
No, that's your souvenir for the day. I'll be signing them in the hallway after class for $5 a signature, so if you're interested.
But you're glad to be done with that, huh? Mm-hmm. How light are you doing that? I don't because that's just trailer park Oh yeah, I was thinking about being high with the running. Wow, those are huge. Yes. Are you texting? Texting is not even texting anymore. It's sending a picture.
All right, Stephanie, I thought that the greeting was fine. You had a list of those things that people struggle with. I like that kind of idea. I think you need to come back to that a little bit when you're developing your supporting points, because some of your examples, they're clearly personal sorts of things. You know, that party that you missed with your aunt that you never see, for instance. I'm going, where'd that come from? You know, you ought to be telling us that story about those kinds of things. But like I said, I think there are probably some other examples that you suggested earlier that could have been developed well too. There's a very good preview, so I know what the structure is going to be. Like I said, the supporting material felt a little bit like it was spinning on itself occasionally. They're okay examples, but they felt a little thin. On the presentation, I think your voice is fine. I thought that you were especially good at moving fluently throughout the presentation. I didn't notice a lot of hesitations. Your gestures, you look engaged while you're speaking to us. I thought your facial expressions were very animated, and you also had very good audience contact. Your body movement, that's the one place where I think maybe there's a little anxiety coming out, because it really feels like you're shifting your weight continuously during the presentation. It's from one foot to the other, one side to the other, and it looks a little awkward, and you want to be in more control. So like I said, that seemed like the only place where the anxiety was coming out, because otherwise you looked very natural while you were up there speaking. It sounded like, at the end of the speech sounded like the exit was planned. Even if it wasn't planned that well, you faked it pretty well, and I thought you got off on a good exit line there, so that worked out fine for us. Okay, then here's what we're doing on Wednesday. We're going to start with the prepared speakers. We have 4 or 5 prepared speakers. We're going to go with those folks first, and then we'll plunge back into the impromptu speakers. There's a good chance we will actually finish all of these speeches on Wednesday. We'll see how it goes, okay? Those of you who didn't bring in copies of the self-evaluation, make sure you bring those in. Those of you who spoke today, leave your self-evaluation with me.